Hey everybody, it's Mr. Will. This is going to be a basic video for students who are maybe beginners or at our white belt level. Anybody can work on this stuff. It's still good to know and it's still good to practice your basics, but this is specifically things that you would learn if you're a white belt in one of our classes, okay? So we're going to go over a fighting stance real quick. So remember, in our basic fighting stance, we put one foot forward. Okay, so I have my feet spread apart front to back. And I also want my feet about shoulder width apart, side to side. Okay, so I don't want to be walking a tightrope. I also don't want to be super spread out, because in neither case can I move very well. Okay, if my feet are really close together, my balance is not that great. If my feet are really far apart, my mobility is not that great. I move slow. So I want to be comfortable, basically, okay? Whatever feels good to you. And as you learn more, you'll figure out what the best way to stand in your fighting stance is. It kind of depends on how long your legs are, how big of a step you take. And it also might change based on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to do punches, kicks? Are you going to shoot in for a takedown? So sometimes the situation changes your stance, if that makes sense. Okay, but the basic version is 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back. My feet are in an L shape. So my front leg, my toes are pointed forward. My back leg, my toes are pointed off to the side. Okay? I don't want my chest square to the front. I want my body turned off to the side a little bit. I want my knees soft and relaxed. I want my hands up high by my eyebrows and cheekbones, up high up here, not under my chin. Okay, and I want my elbows in tight to cover my body. Okay, so I can angle my body off to the side and keep my head towards you. And if you notice, I'm kind of using my shoulder to cover my chin and my jaw. I don't want to stand like this, up straight and tall. I want to protect myself as much as possible. I protect myself as much as possible by covering with my hands and my elbows, and also using my shoulders to help protect my jawline there. Okay, hide your chin. Not ducking down super crazy, low like that, but just keeping it protected and hidden. Okay? Now, I might pick my chin up a little bit while I'm talking so that you can see and hear what I'm saying, but remember, when you're in your fighting stance, you want to be protected the whole time as much as possible. That's part of your plan, okay? We want to be able to move and attack. We want to be able to cover and defend. That's what our fighting stance is for, is to be able to do both things, okay? So fighting stance, if your right foot is in the back, it's called a right back fighting stance. If we say jump switch, then you switch your feet. That'd be a left back fighting stance with your left foot in the back. Okay, from the side one time, usually it looks like this way. Okay, this is my right back stance. My head is pointed to the front. Now you can see my chest because I'm turned off to the side, because that's the front for me right now. Whatever I do, I come back to my stance every time. Okay, moving in our fighting stance means that we need to keep our feet the same every time we move. So, for example, if I step my left foot 3 inches forward, then my right foot also has to move 3 inches forward so that I end up in the same stance. If I move my right foot 6 inches to the side, then my left foot has to follow the same distance. Okay? I don't want to take a big step with one foot and then a small step with the other foot. Or take a small step with one foot and then a big step with I want to try to stay balanced and in my stance the whole time. Okay, the second rule for moving in our fighting stance is that we don't cross our feet. So I don't want to step across and move, or across and move. I want to stay in my stance with my feet open, basically. Okay? Again, when our feet get too close, and especially when they cross, it affects our balance in a pretty bad way. We're not nearly as stable as we are when our feet are apart. So if you move to the front, you start with your front foot and then drag your back foot in. If you move to the back, you start with your back foot, drag your back foot in. Moving to the right, you move your right foot and left foot follows. Moving to the left, you move your left foot and your right foot follows. Okay? So pretty basic footwork, and you can do that on either side. A way to practice this is have your mom or a dad or sister, brother, friend, whoever, doesn't matter, call out a direction for you to move. So you get in your fighting stance, and they say front, front, left, right, back, and whatever they call out, you do. Also, it's a good way to test if you know your left or your right or not. I know some of us have trouble with that stuff. So take some time, practice your fighting stance, get it down until it feels really smooth and you can move around with it, and then you can move on to the next part of this video.